I think there was a lot of doubt about this team heading into that World Test Championship. But I think, just the way they've united again, to beat Pakistan on home soil, in testing conditions. Yeah, I think, again, just speaks volume of the character of this team at the moment. If you look at the cricket, football, they're just qualified, for the World Cup as well. So there's really a big buzz. I think the word that comes to mind is probably belief. Just the way the guys obviously conduct themselves on the field, the sort of positive energy, feeding off each other. I think it's always difficult, that first test match, when you come to the subcontinent, not knowing conditions that well. I suppose, the guys these days with the amount of cricket they play, there's not that many warm-up games. So that first test match is always a tricky one, trying to get used to conditions. But I think the second test match, you could see, the guys could adapt to the conditions. They have been a lot more assertive, a lot more positive in their decision making. So, yeah, I mean, a massive innings. And it's something also that we pride ourselves on, that lower order runs, those lower order partnerships. I think, for a period of time, South Africa perhaps out of the game, but, that little partnership between Mutasami and Keshav Maharaj really got them back into the contest. And we all sit and we almost, pulling out our hairs as to why, we only have 2 test match series these days, especially, with your, I don't want to say minor countries, but I think South Africa has definitely earned the right, to be playing 3 test match series as a bare minimum, being the World Test Championships. The World Test Champion. So, probably a little bit disheartening, that the series will go down as a 1-1 draw. In South African cricket, Aiden Markram, when you speak to him, his cricketing knowledge, his in-depth understanding of the game. So no surprises that, the coach Sukrikon has turned to him in the absence of Themba Bavuma, but a wonderful leader. I think, might not have obviously had the runs that he was after in the series, but he's just a wonderful, wonderful leader. I think gives it his all in the field, and that's what really spurs people on. And I think, when you tour subcontinent, you need a guy like that, to find a bit of motivation from somewhere. I mean, we all know sometimes the game almost just feels like it's meandering on and dying a slow death, and that's very often when you look up to your leader. And I think he's done a wonderful job. Like I said, just the energy that he brings into the changing room, the calmness. Obviously there's a lot of youngsters in that team at the moment, so they need a senior figure to really, command the troops. And I think he's done a wonderful job in doing just that. I don't think there's a lack of talent in Pakistan cricket. You talk about the PSL, you talk about the caliber of players that you see on display. You look at the caliber of players that you see on display in the SA20. I don't think there's a massive difference when we talk about talent. It's about how you manage the talent. And again, I'd love to see a bit more stability from the top.